Good night, my YouTube family. Good night once again. Okay, tonight's topic is the twin institution. The twin institution, marriage, and the Sabbath. Okay, and what am I going? What I'm going to discuss tonight is it's not my work. And why I say that is this: um I was studying on the topic when I came across this work, which is from a Seventh-day Adventist, and I like it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna read this work, this conclusion from this Seventh-day Adventist person. So, therefore, it's not my, as I said before, it's not my work. I was studying on the topic when I came across the research and work of another Seventh-day Adventist, and I liked it. I said, this is what I'm gonna read back to you guys. Okay. So, twin institution, marriage and Sabbath. And I read, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Along with creation in the Garden of Eden, the Lord initiated two institutions. The first was marriage between a man and a woman, Adam and Eve. The second was the holy observance of the Sabbath, Saturday, as a day of rest. This has always been God's ideal for family union and worship throughout the ages. Ellen White, commenting on the creation of these two institutions in the Garden of Eden, states, then marriage and the Sabbath had their origin twin institutions for the glory of God and the benefit of humanity. But is but Satan is ever seeking to create confusion by devising counterfeits to God's originals. And we know this. We should be aware of this as Christians. I continue on. The fact that Ellen White called the marriage union and the Sabbath twin institutions is both peculiar and relevant. I agree. Several chapters later in the same book of Genesis, we find an account of twins born to Judah's daughter-in-law, who presented herself as a harlot to Judah, tricking him in order to secure her future. Let's turn to Genesis chapter 38 and verses 24 through 30 so that we can capture this very interesting episode. Verse 24, and it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law hath played the harlot, and also, behold, she is with child by a whoredom. And Judah said, Bring her forth, and let her be burnt. 25. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, By the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet and bracelets, and staff. Verse 26. And Judah acknowledged them and said, She hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah my son. And he knew her again no more. Verse 27. And it came to pass in the time of her travail, that behold, twins were in her womb. 28. And it came to pass, when she travailed, that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, This came out first. 29. And it came to pass, as he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out, And she said, How hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Phares. Verse 30. And afterward came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zara, or Zerah, whichever way it's pronounced. Okay, I continue on. Let us explore the typology of these twins. It is interesting to note that Zerah stretched out his hand first, thinking that he was the firstborn. The midwives marked him by putting a scarlet thread on his wrist. However, he pulled back into his mother's womb, and his brother Phares came out first. As according as as recorded in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, the beginning of mankind originated in the Garden of Eden. The last book of the Bible, Revelation, indicates that the final events of this earth's history will originate in the United States of America. I continue reading. A powerful comparison can be drawn between Tamar's twins in Genesis and the two false institutions devised by Satan as counterfeits to God's originals. These are specifically Sunday worship as a counterfeit to the true Sabbath, Saturday, and same-sex marriage as a counterfeit to the marriage union between one man and one woman. Everything Satan counterfeits. I continue on. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, there was a series of blue laws in the United States that prohibited businesses from opening on Sundays. It seemed as if a national Sunday law was about to become a reality in the country. However, it did not, just as the twin who pulled back his hand, it did not happen. Akin to Genesis 38, he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out. And who is this twin brother? On June 26, 2015, listen carefully, brothers and sisters. And who is this twin brother, the other one that came out first? On June 26, 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage in all 50 states. Marriage in this prophetic country is no longer the union between one man and one woman as God created it. The first twin has been born. What we are seeing in the world today indicates that the second twin is also on its way. The Bible and the spirit of prophecy indicate that the final events will be rapid ones. We have been wandering in the wilderness for way too long. Are we ready to let go of this world and allow Christ to take full control of our lives? Will you let him? Let me rephrase. Will you let him in your heart? I like this work of the Seventh-day Adventists. Okay, friends, that's it for now. I pray that someone received the light on this topic for tonight. But if you're still in doubt, please take it to the Lord in prayer. Don't forget to like and share the video with a friend. You may also leave a comment at the bottom. Okay, for now, until next time.